Hi team, in this video I am going to guide you through a 5-minute humming breathwork practice for those of you that feel that you might want to try it to help alleviate some symptoms of activation in your nervous system. This might look like anxiety, panic, overwhelm or disconnection. I have used humming breathwork mainly for two different ends of the spectrum. So the first one is when I have experienced a acutely stressful event. So that means something stressful, very, very stressful in a short space of time. Like in the video that I made about how I was kind of discharging the excess sympathetic energy that I experienced from being on a flight that I didn't enjoy. I used humming whilst I was on the plane to help soothe my vagus nerve and soothe my nervous system. And I used humming after the flight in my practice to, to mobilize that energy that was stuck in my body and process and metabolize that energy that had been stuck in my body from the flight, because that tension was still there. That's one end of the spectrum. So an acute stressful event that it works really well for. On the other end of the spectrum is using humming as a daily nervous system hygiene practice. I will sometimes use humming if I've had what I would consider a stressful day, and if I cannot get to sleep because I'm too wired at night to get to sleep. And it does the same thing. It helps to decompress the vagus nerve, to release the tension out of the vagus nerve and out of the body, to settle the body, to ground the body. It's just extremely relaxing. They say that we do not think at the same time that we hum. So it's really good for helping us to get out of our mind and reconnect back in with our body and to be more present. Now, humming isn't for everybody. Whilst I like the practice, it might not be right for you. And I want to invite you to remember that you can stop or pause this video whenever you want. You don't have to go along with something that doesn't feel good to you. And if you feel dizzy or you feel too overwhelmed or you feel like it is really exasperating any sensations that you were having, then again, just pause the video and return to your natural breath. Do a little bit of grounding or orientating. I've got videos on those things with guidance in my Trauma Informed Foundations playlist. So you can follow along with me. I'm going to be doing it loudly, hopefully, so that my microphone can pick up on the sounds. However, you don't have to go at the same pace as me. I'm going to go at a pace which is comfortable for myself. You can follow along, but it's really important that you find and follow your own pace. And don't worry about being out of sync. We're going to do the practice for 5 minutes. I will set a timer and you just go at your own pace during that 5 minutes and see if you feel any different afterwards. So a couple of basics. You want to be sat in your seat. You don't have to be bolt upright, but I'm reasonably upright. My back is supported by the sofa with a pillow underneath my lower back as well. I've got my legs crossed. You don't have to. You can do this practice laying down. You can do it standing up. You can give it a try any which way, but you do want to be in a position where your chest is open and your spine is relatively straight so that you can breathe into the diaphragm. So we're going to inhale through the nose roughly for about a count of 4, and you can place one hand on your belly and you want to be able to feel your belly expand. So be aware if you are breathing only solely into the chest, and just gently try and expand the breath down and out. So when you're inhaling, imagine that you've got a balloon in in your belly, in your abdomen, and that is going at a 360-degree expansion. That's the correct way to breathe. That's the way that we are hopefully trying to breathe. That is the way that the body is typically trying to breathe. So we want to aim for that. You can place one hand down on your belly as well. And you want to make sure that you're inhaling through the nose because we need to keep the mouth closed. So if you are struggling with your sinuses today, then you don't want to do this practice. You want to make sure that your nasal airway is clear, because we're going on the exhale. During the practice, your lips are going to be pressed together, and this is going to amplify the humming sound and the humming sensations that you're going to feel in your mouth, in your jaw, in your neck, etc. Another part of this practice is I'm going to invite us after for the second half to place your hands over your ears. This is also going to amplify the humming sound. Again, if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. Give it a go, see if it feels good to you or not. So when you are ready, I'm going to take a nice slow inhale through the nose, lips together. Hands over the ears. And just allow yourself now to return to your natural breathing rhythm. And notice what feels different, even if it's just really subtle. Perhaps you're noticing some tingling in your body. Perhaps you're feeling the need to yawn. Perhaps you're feeling some warmth. And just generally relaxed. That's how I'm feeling. Thank you for joining me for this gentle humming breathwork practice. If you are looking for support on your healing journey, my name is Donna Louise and I'm a trauma-trained somatic practitioner, a functional breathwork coach, a clinical EFT practitioner, and I'm also a trainee counsellor. And I help people to get out of survival mode, to restore their nervous system and to reconnect with themselves. If you found this video useful, please consider giving it a like and sharing it with somebody else and subscribing to the channel. If you've got any questions, any thoughts or any concerns, go ahead and pop them in the comments box. I'd really love to hear from you and how this experience landed for you. Until then, take very good care.